everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am updating my 2022 project pan. This will be the 5th update in this project. So if you've missed any of the previous videos, the playlist is linked down below. This is a rolling 10 pan style project where I work on 10 products at a time to either empty them, hit pan, or hit a usage goal. I've got some good updates for you guys today, so let's go ahead and jump right into the video. My first product is my primer, which is my YSL Touche Eclat Blur Primer. This is just a little sample size. I got this from Sephora a while back, and I've been working to finish it up because it's just not the kind of primer that I use in my day-to-day life. So I decided I should go ahead and work through it and then get something to replace it. Here is where we're at this month. You can see I've just got a tiny little bit down here. I think it's very safe to say that if I dedicate myself, I can definitely get this used up next month, which is really exciting to me. I'm really looking forward to having it done because I am kind of getting tired of using it. So I'm really excited to go ahead and get this one finished up so I can move it out of my project. I used this a total of 19 times this last month, which puts me at a total of 47 uses within the project. So I think kind of knowing how much product I use each time and how it moves from the past few months of having this in the project, I'm gonna guess that it's gonna be another like 10 to 12 uses before it's actually gone. But I don't think it should be too much more than that. Maybe 15, but I don't think it's gonna get to too much more than that. So that's kind of exciting for me. I can kind of have that 10 goal as a little like sub goal for me to keep me motivated as I'm moving forward. But yes, we should see this emptied next month, I think. So hopefully next update, this will be an empty. All right, next up is my foundation, and that is my Rare Beauty Liquid Touch foundation. Now, I had this foundation in my project last year with the goal to empty it out, and I didn't hit that goal. And so I decided to roll it in a couple months ago to try to finish it finally. And I've still got a lot of product in here. This is, I mean, it's called Liquid Touch Foundation, and it is liquidy. So there's just like a ton of product in here. I feel like it's a 1 fluid ounce, which is a pretty normal size for a foundation, I feel like. But for some reason, this one just keeps on going. Now, like I said, my goal was to empty it out, but I have actually decided just to roll this out of the project. So I used this a total of 28 times this last month, which is a lot of times, and that put it at a total of 48 uses within the project. So I feel like I've given another fair try of emptying it, and I'm just really tired of this foundation. While there's still a little bit left, it's not very much. You can see my last marking was down here at the bottom, but I just am not happy with this foundation anymore. I feel like it's not working with my skin the way it used to. I do feel like the formula has changed on it. I used to really like it, and I'm just not enjoying it anymore. Because of my usage this year, plus all my usage last year, I'm at almost 300 total uses on this foundation since I got it. And I feel like that's more than enough use for me to feel comfortable saying I got my money's worth out of this. So all said and done, I'm just tired of this foundation. I don't feel like it's worth trying to finish up anymore, and I'm just gonna go ahead and toss it because it was good while it lasted, but again, I think the formula has gone off. It's not meshing well with my skin. It's making it feel really oily, and I'm just done with it. So I am rolling that foundation out, and in its place, I don't really have another base product that I wanted to roll in. I debated the idea of just not even rolling a product in, but I decided that I do have some other products in my collection that I would like to get some usage on. And so I am gonna actually go ahead and roll in a lip product. Now in the future, I will talk about this when I talk about lip products. So normally I go in order of application for me, and I start with my base when I apply makeup and I end with my lip products. So typically this will be towards the end when I update you on it, but for today, since it's just the introduction, I'm gonna go ahead and give it to you now. So I am rolling in my Charlotte Tilbury lipstick in the shade JK Magic. I've had this lipstick since around Christmas, I think, and I just wanna give it a little bit of love. I'm not trying to empty this one up. I just wanna put a usage goal on it. So I'm thinking to do about 40 uses. I don't feel like I need to do too much, but I know that just doing like 20 uses is gonna be like nothing for me. So I feel like 40 is a good number where it's a little bit of a challenge, but it's not so much of a challenge that I can't feel confident that I'll roll through it quickly. I am gonna track the amount of product that 40 uses up. So this is where we're starting, and I will be marking it on my notebook here. So we'll be keeping track of the lipstick progress as I get my usage. And now let's move on to another more exciting update, because next up is my bronzer. And as you guys know, I was working on my Maybelline City Bronzer and we have finished it up. This guy is completely empty. I only had to use this 9 more times last month to get it totally emptied out. That did put me at a total of 113 uses within the project. And I feel like that's a pretty good amount of usage. It is really exciting to have this used up. I've been working to get my bronzers down to my category goal of just 2 bronzers, and so this is getting me one step closer to reaching that goal. Now in its place, I only have 3 other bronzers to roll in, and I was trying to decide what to do. I have one that is a liquid bronzer, and I was thinking that I would roll that in to get it used up, but I started using it every single day this last month, and I'm just not a fan of the color of it. So I don't want to make myself use that on a regular basis. With projects, I feel like I have to have some level of excitement about the product in order to be excited about using it in the project. So I've decided I'm not going to roll that one in, and instead I decided I'm going to add yet another NARS product to this project. And that is my mini Laguna bronzer. I got this, I think it was part of the birthday gift last year from Sephora, so I decided I'm gonna go ahead and get some use on this guy. You can see I've got barely any use in there. This is just a tiny little baby pan, and I think I only used it twice prior to using it over the last week to just kind of test it and see if I was wanting to roll this in over the liquid bronzer. And I really do love this bronzer. It is the bronzer I'm using today. The NARS bronzers are just so beautiful. They blend so well, and so I'm really excited to be using this. I think my initial goal is going to be to hit pan with this, and then just depending on how quickly that happens, I may just go ahead and try to finish it up this year. And if it takes me a long time, then I may try to move on to something else. But for now, I just want to go ahead and hit pan on this. There's not a ton of product in here, I know, but sometimes bronzers move quickly and sometimes they don't. So I'm just gonna stick with pan first, and we can decide to change that goal to emptying it later if we feel like that's achievable. All right, so next up, we have hit the NARS portion of this project. So now we're on to the highlighter, which is my NARS highlighter in the shade Last Call. It is in my Atomic Blonde palette here. I am working on some of these shades in my Pan Those Eyeshadow series, so if you don't want to see spoilers, you can go over to that one. However, as usual, there's not really that much of a spoiler in this guy because the shades are super hard pressed and it's hard to tell any difference. But this is where we're at with the highlighter. We are making some good progress in here. I'm really happy with this progress. I feel like you can see the pan is really widening, and this section here is starting to get more and more angled and thin, and it's very exciting. We are seeing some solid progress. I don't know if I'll be able to finish it this year. Have no clue, but we're gonna try it. We're really gonna try it. And we're gonna give it a shot and see if that will actually work. I used this one a total of 23 times this last month, and that put me at a total of 112 uses within the project. So we are making a lot of progress. I am getting a lot of usage on this. Hopefully that will mean that it will be used up this year. We'll see. Again, I feel like I'm seeing some really steady progress on it, and I do feel like there's some clear usage, but I'm not positive how quickly it will actually be used up versus just being at a point of needing to repress it. All right, next is my NARS blush, which is in the shade Sex Appeal. And this is just a really nice soft pink. I do really like this shade. The packaging has broken, so it is, I'm able to kind of keep the lid on here, but it's very wobbly. But this is where we're at right now. This is where we are currently at in the pan. This pan is ever expanding. I am getting pretty close to the point where I would need to repress it. Now, as you guys know, I'm not working to empty this. I am just working to hit 100 uses on it. And I did use this 23 additional times this last month, which put me at a total of 79 uses. So I am only 21 away. I do intend to try to hit those 21 uses this next month. So hopefully, as long as I stick to that, we will be rolling this out next month. And I'm excited to see exactly where this is at that point. I feel like it will be ready for repressing by then. It is getting pretty ridiculous. This pan is getting pretty ridiculous. I mean, the product up here is still a decent amount, but down here it's getting kind of thin. So I'm thinking that, yeah, by the time I hit 100 uses, this is gonna need to be repressed, which is very exciting. I did have someone recommend repressing this into my Atomic Blonde palette, so I very well may do that just to kind of get this broken packaging out of here, but I wanna wait until I've hit the 100 uses before repressing, so I'm just gonna hold on to this in the meantime, and hopefully we'll be able to repress it soon. After that is my Bobbi Brown Gel Liner. My goal with this is to empty it, and I will show you where we're at. As always, I feel like this is one of those products where I'm seeing so much progress, and yet there's still so much product. But we are definitely making some huge progress on this. There is almost like I don't even know what to say at this point, because I feel like I say the same thing every time. We're getting so close, we're getting so close, we're getting so close. Where we started to where we are now. This is on the same track as it was before. I was hoping to have this done by the end of June. I see no way to make that happen, but that's okay, because I honestly think, though there's very little chance that I could get this done by the end of June, I think I could possibly get this done by the end of August. I think that's my new mini goal. Obviously, the goal is just to get it used up, but I think that with the amount I'm using it, I think there's a chance that at the end of August, I can have this one done. I used this a total of 22 times this last month, which puts me at a total of 93 uses within this project, which is just a crazy, absurd amount of usage on an eyeliner, I feel like, because also I used this an insane amount last year. So this is definitely worth your money. And I remember I didn't even pay for this guy. This was a free thing that I got. I think Sephora was doing a certain full size for points situation, and I got this for free with my points from Sephora 2 years ago, I think, 2 or 3 years ago. And so this has lasted really, really well, and seeing as how I didn't actually spend any real money on it, well worth it. All right, just a few more products to go. We're gonna talk about our lip products now. So I've got my KKW Beauty lip liner in the shade Nude 1.5. This one is also a usage goal. I've just got a goal of hitting 60 uses on this lip liner, and we're getting very close. So this is where we're at on this. You can see there's not a whole lot of movement from last month to this month. I feel like that's bound to happen. Lip liners move very slowly. They don't really show a whole lot of progress. And I only used this 9 times last month. That does put me at a total of 56 uses, which means I only need 6 more uses to hit my goal. And I'm really happy with that. I feel like 6 uses is a good amount that I can very easily do next month. And I'll probably even go over that. But it is really nice to say I'll get 1 more month on this before I'm gonna be rolling something in its place. I am still really enjoying this lip liner, and I will definitely keep using it regularly after I remove it from the project, but I've been really happy to see that I am getting some really solid use on it, and I'm looking forward to seeing where it finally ends up. And next is my Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb in the shade Fenty Glow. My goal with this one is to empty it up, and we're getting very close. So this is where we're at this month. Excuse the washi tape folding over a little bit there, but this is where we're at, and we're really close to the bottom. You can see the big jump from last month to this month. I've been using it a decent amount. I did use it 14 times, which put me at a total of 51 uses within the project, and I am intending to go remove the stopper after this video. I think that I'm getting enough product on the doe foot that I probably could leave it in for a little bit longer, but it's getting to that point where it's a little more difficult to get product out. So I do think there's a chance I can have this done this next month if I decide to use it enough, if I focus on it enough. I think another 15 to 20 uses is probably all I'm gonna get out of this. Glosses go pretty quickly. So I don't think that this will be around for too much longer. I may be able to use it up this next month, which would be pretty exciting. I feel like a lot of these products are going to be rolling out next month. I feel like I've said that about most of these products today. Is like, oh yeah, that one's going to get rolled out next month. So who knows, next month could be a pretty big update. But that's what I've got on my lip products. Now let's move on to my beauty category, starting with my C.O. Bigelow Rose Salve. I use this on my lips pretty much every day. I did use it 32 times this last month, putting it at a total of 128 uses in the project, and we're making some good progress. However, I left this in my car one day, and so now the product is not exactly the way it was. It actually melted and came up the side because it was like angled a little bit, and I didn't realize that. And so it came onto the lid and it came onto the side, and it really it looks different now. So I ended up taking a spatula and just kind of trying to readjust it so that it all was in the pot again, but it definitely looks different than it used to. So this is not going to look exactly the same, but that's okay. We're just going to continue to move forward. The ultimate goal is to empty it up, not to have the pictures look completely perfect. Like I've said before, pretty sure this is going to be in all year, but I am trying to focus in on it. So hopefully we will see some continued steady progress each month. And finally, I've got my Elizabeth & James Nirvana Amethyst perfume. I've got it in this ColourPop Pretty Fresh bottle because the original bottle broke, and I've been making some pretty surprising progress this last month. So this is where we're at. I feel like that's more than usual. You can see like all my other tick marks have been pretty slow, but this last month it was a big jump, and I don't feel like I used it more than normal. Maybe I did, maybe I reapplied it a few extra times, but I didn't feel like I had. I used it a total of 32 times, which puts it at a total of 136 uses within the project. I am filming today on the 8th of June, when I normally would have been filming on the 4th. So I am a little behind on all these updates, so that's why some of these numbers are a little higher than normal. But still, that does not account for how much this jumped. So I feel like one of two things is happening. I'm just using it more than I thought I was, or the sprayer is like spraying more, I guess. I don't know. I guess the mist is maybe not as fine now as it was. I don't know if that's something that can happen, but maybe I'm just using more than I think I am. But it's pretty exciting to me to see that big jump, because I've been feeling a little discouraged with it, just because I have other perfume samples that I want to use up and other perfume that I want to purchase, but I've told myself I'm not allowed to until this is gone. And so it just feels a little bit like this is taking forever. You know, when you have something you're wanting to get, but you want to finish something up first, that product is like, let's get it done, no matter how much you love it. So I am feeling a little bit like, okay, let's go. So this month has been a real encouragement. I'm actually feeling like I've made some good progress on it, and I'm excited to see how quickly I can actually use it up. So still, I'm not going to expect that amount of usage every month here on out, but I would hope that it would be a little bit more than it has been in the past. And who knows, maybe this will be empty sooner than we thought. My one final thing to reference here is my nail polish. I mentioned it at the beginning of the year, just letting you guys know I am working through my nail polish. I have made absolutely zero progress on it. I was hoping to be using it this last month, but I just never did my nails because I've felt like giving them a break from nail polish for a little while. I may try to use it up a little bit more this month, but we will see. I haven't felt like taking the time to do that, and I've been enjoying having my nails clean. So I may try to give it a shot this next month and see if I can make some really good progress on that, but there's really no updates there. So that is everything for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching and for being here with me. Like I mentioned in my last video, I do have 2 more videos that I am going to be putting out this month. One is going to be my first ever Get Ready With Me, so if you're interested in that, that will be coming soon. And then I will also have my empties and purchases for the second quarter of the year video that I will be doing towards the end of the month. So you should be seeing those 2 videos coming out in the next few weeks. But until then, I hope you are having a wonderful day wherever you are, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.